good is we're going to take a couple of classic steps. Maybe they're familiar to you, but they're certainly common and maybe you've seen them before. And we're going to use them as sort of a nice base layer, a plain cake upon which we will build a beautiful frosting improv masterpiece. And really the goal of today is to give a couple of stepping stones towards making improv feel like it's something that you can do and that is attainable to anyone. So what we're going to do is we're going to explore 2 steps, and I'll show them first, and then we're going to explore them in some music. And the idea here is to really explore how you can take a piece of a step and use it as inspiration to create something, and really go down jazzy rabbit holes. So I have 2 steps to share with you, and if you've ever played the game Mad Libs before, this dance experiment, this dance game might feel a bit similar. So the first step that I want to share with you is a half break. That step is a step, a kick, and a ball change. I'm going to show it facing you, facing to the side, and facing away so that you can see it at all angles. And I'll count and say the steps at the same time, or rather consecutively. So we have step, step, kick, ball change, 8, 1, 2, and 3. 8, 1, 2, and 3. Step, step, kick, ball change. 8, 1, 2, and 3. Step, step, kick, ball change. So that is a step, step, kick, ball change, half break pattern. Really common. And what we'll do is we're going to use that as a base. It takes 4 counts to do a half break, which means that you have another 4 counts until the next 8 count bit starts. So you have a lot of time in between which you can create something different. You can either maybe take a bit of the half break, you've got some stepping and some kicking in there, or you can explore a different topic. Maybe you want to explore just a specific body part or a rhythm that you heard in the music. Really, the world is your oyster, but I want to give you one other step before I turn the music on, and that is a Suzy Q. So a Suzy Q is something that travels, and it's a cross, step, and a cross, step. There's another layer upon that, that stepping pattern, and that is letting the toe of the front foot fan a little bit, which means that my weight is going to be in my heel. So I'm going to cross, my weight is in my heel, so I could even pick up my toes if I wanted to, but I'm going to let them fan the ground. My weight is in the toe of my back foot, and so when I step, I'm just going to let my toes relax out. And then I'm going to cross and do the same. I can do this on both sides. And that's going to be our second step. I'll show it again, facing you, facing the side, and facing backwards. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Step, step, step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step, step, step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step, step, step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cross, out, step. Cross, cross, cross. Step, cross, 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 and step. So that step is there really if you want to switch directions and keep this motion going from side to side. However, with this particular jazz exercise, what we're trying to do is fill the first 4 counts of an 8 count and then explore something for the second half. So the 2 options here are our half break, which you could also do on the left, or your Suzy Q, doing a cross step and something, stepping somewhere, and then filling the rest of that 8 count. So I'm going to play a little bit of music. We're going to explore this idea together. Really think about using that step as something to hold on to, your anchor, your familiar place from which to explore, and really explore something that feels good in your body. So think about or explore what's feeling good today. Maybe that's different than what it might be tomorrow or what it was yesterday, but just have a good old jazzy journey and see what comes up.
Though you've decided that our love is wrong and think that we should part, it seems as though I have loved you so long. You'll always be in my heart. Is it a sin
to try this out to some different music. This was a really slow song, and while it's nice to have all this space in between the beats to play and stretch motions and figures out, it's also fun to try it out to some faster music and really push your boundaries that way. Or try it out to a slow song, maybe even a medium song or a favorite song that feels really familiar to you. Try it out to all different kinds of music and try it out to all different kinds of steps too. You know, you can take just a piece of a step and then play fill in the blank with any jazz step that you like. So I hope this gives you some framework by which you can approach improvisation in a way that feels a little less intimidating. I think improvisation is often seen as this scary thing because you're making everything up. And while making things up is, of course, a part of improv, it doesn't have to be completely unstructured, and it doesn't have to be a reinventing of jazz every time it happens. I think improvisation is simply an exploration, and if that ends up being you make something new, wonderful, but as long as it's an honest exploration of something that feels good and is truly interesting to you and your own way of doing jazz, then I think you've successfully improv and certainly successfully made some good jazz. So I hope this gives you some nice ways to approach improv in your own dancing, and I'll see you next month for another
Just a little friendly you who kindly introduced me to you. Happy was the day when you blew into my heart. Cuddle up a little closer, don't you dare to answer, no sir. Let me hear you whisper, hey girl, when do we start? Sweet child, you're driving me wild. That's putting it mild. Sweet child, I'm wild about you. Say when, you're gonna say when, then say it again. Sweet child, I'm wild about you. I've got a flat, got a cat and kittens too. I got a mat that I bought to welcome you.